loves, my name is Jessica Diamond. Welcome to my channel. First things first, I'm filming on a brand new camera right now and I just kind of want to get the feel for this and see how this goes, so if there's any mistakes. And I just hope this works. I hope I can export and, get the images on my computer and edit fine, but we shall see. So today's video, if this goes all well, I'm going to be showing you my best makeup products of 2017, and let's just jump right on into this. I can't believe 2018's in, now. What? I only have a few because I feel like I didn't do a whole lot of favorite videos in 2017 like I wanted to, but I just kept loving the same products throughout all the months. So here we are at the end of the year now. Alright, for primer, I fell in love with, I don't even know who, Touch in Soul, the No Pore Blum Primer. Oh my god, this autofocus is without a noise. Ah! Okay, this is great for my dry skin, and it gives me a little bit more confidence because I know I don't have large pores, but when I have bad dry skin days, they love to show. No matter how many times I moisturize, no matter what I put on, liquid or powder, they like to show through, and this definitely minimizes them. It doesn't feel heavy at all. It's very nice to the touch. It's very nice to blend in. I actually just use my fingers to blend this in, and it keeps my makeup on great and lasts throughout the day, and I really, really like this. And this was definitely a hyped up product, and it's only like $18. It's great for what it is. I basically have no foundation in this video. There were some foundations I wanted to put in this video, but I'm like, okay, let's really be honest. You mostly used concealer as a foundation in all of 2017. So here's the Tarte Shape Tape. I believe this came out early this year. I always have a hard time remembering things that have happened in the very beginning of the year if they weren't, worldwide or anything. But Tarte Shape Tape did take over. I am using this as a foundation. What I have on my skin is only this, and I used a Fenty Beauty foundation brush. And that was actually my first time using foundation brush with this, and I love this so much more, even more now that I used it with especially the Fenty Beauty foundation brush than with a beauty blender. I've been using this with the beauty blender. No more. I'm sticking with that foundation brush for this concealer. I've been using Fair Beige. I think it's probably too light for me, and so I just use a MAC powder to go over it to kind of really get it to match my skin tone, but this works great. I don't really need to say any good things about it because it's going to be all over the internet still, for sure, as it has been. Brows. I have basically ditched my Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade for this ColourPop brow jar. I don't even know if they really make these anymore. It seems very hard to find their brow products on their site, but I've also been using this all year. I'm just now starting to run out, so I haven't really been looking for them, but I've been using shade Redhead, and I'm trying to get a more light hand, more using it towards the tail end of my brows. This stuff works great. It stays. You can go really heavy hand with it or really light. It works both ways. Mascara. Last year, and I think the year before, it was all about Benefit Roller Lash, and now, I've only had this since June, but I have not used another mascara since June. And this is CoverGirl Total Tease. This just totally surprised me. When I first saw, this weird looking wand, I'm like, no thank you, but I really, really like this. It stays on, and it just makes my lashes appear more and say hey and everything. Contour and blush. I only have one product for each. I'm going to go with blush first, and I think this was in my favorites, or, okay, the brand was in my favorites. I think last year for the 2016 best of, it was the Natasha Denona Blush Duo in Sheer Peach. Well, this one is Natasha Denona Blush Duo in Matte Nude number 11. I'm wearing it on my cheeks today, and I can't think of another blush I've been using in 2017. And look, pan. That says a lot because this blush is so pigmented. I use this kind of brush. It's kind of like a duo fiber, so it doesn't pick up a whole lot. But it's so pigmented you don't need a whole lot. And hitting pan just shows how much I have really been loving and using this blush. I love my Lorac Pro Contour Powder Palette. It's probably been in my best of insert year videos before. It has definitely been in favorite videos, and since Fenty Beauty dropped, I have been dedicated to the Matchstick in Amber. I'm wearing this contour today, and every single day I have been wearing this contour. It goes on so smooth, and with that foundation brush, it blends out so well. It's a cream and then kind of turns into a powder a bit. That's why it's so easy to blend. It goes right on top of foundation, even though I already have a powder on top of the foundation. It doesn't patch up, it doesn't separate or anything. It just looks great and blends well, and I love this so much. I really can't imagine using another contour product right now or falling in love with another one. This is amazing. I love this so much. And again, because it's so pigmented and blends really well, you don't need a lot of it at all. I'm gonna go with lips next, because I want to talk about highlight later, because there's a lot of highlight, and highlight is my favorite, so I'm saving the best for last. So let's go into lips again. I can't think of anything very adventurous with my lips that I've done. I have looked back in my favorite videos, which wasn't much. I try to look back at all the videos I have done this year. I wear the same damn thing. When I like what I like, I stick to it. The only real lipstick product I have is that Anastasia released 30 matte lipsticks at a time, just dropped them all at once, and this is still, I have a hair on this, this is still the only shade I have from that, and I don't know why. I think because I have so many lipsticks and I just love this color, so I'm sticking with it. This is, what color is this? Stevie. I mean, it probably doesn't look like I've used much, but I have. I'm not wearing this on my lips. I'm wearing a lipstick I'm testing out to do a influencer review. I felt like a red lipstick, and I don't have any red lipsticks in my favorites. So anyways, this is a great matte lipstick. It's very pigmented. This is kind of a burnt sienna color that I really wore to death in the fall and a little bit in the winter, and it's just great formula. Don't reapply it so many times, because it kind of does what a liquid lipstick does when you keep reapplying it, where it kind of balls up and just piles on and doesn't look too attractive. But it is a beautiful color. It's not super drying, and I probably should go check out more colors from the ABH lipstick range. For liquid lipsticks, I can't remember if M Cosmetics rebranded her brand this year or at the end of last year, but nonetheless, I got these this year. I'm pretty sure it was this year. The M Cosmetics Infinite Lip Clouds, I have been loving French Nude, and which one? Vintage Rosewood. Very light to the lips. You can build these on without it looking so, ugly after a while. Very smooth. The name says it all. Infinite Lip Cloud. Yeah, it's very plushy and comfortable to wear. And there are the colors, and it smells like buttercream cupcakes. It smells delicious, even though, you shouldn't. Smells matter, but, they dry down to a matte. I think they do transfer a little bit, but, they're comfortable to wear, and I love the shades, and I really, again, should probably get more colors, but I would love to see her widen her range in 2018. The last section of the lip products, these took over so much. There were a few, I think they came out in, I saw them being previewed in July at Gen Beauty, and then I think they came out in August or September, but it was everywhere. And they're such a cool product, and it's Yate Glitter Flip. I have 3 of them. They're all on stock in Sephora now, but for a month or so, it took forever to get one shade. So I have Fortune, Iconic, and Forbidden. Iconic is my favorite. If you don't know what these are, you're living under a rock. You put them on, you let them kind of dry and set, and then you rub your lips together, and then it's a glitter everywhere. The thing is, they are kind of a bit messy for me to apply. I'm not great at applying liquid lipstick, so this doesn't help, but they're so beautiful. I did wear them throughout the few months, but I feel like you also have to be in like a mood to wear these and keep like the upkeep on them. I was just gonna swatch Forbidden Choice. They're quite smooth and pigmented, even though they have little bits of glitter in there. They're not gritty. They last long. They're not so great to keep on building up, but the effect is amazing, and they took over 2017 and they deserved that spotlight wholeheartedly. Highlighters. First, I can't start talking about highlighters without mentioning my favorite highlighting brush. I got this from the Beautylish Lucky Bag in 2016, so I have been using this brush all year since the very ending. I might have mentioned this actually in a 2016, my yearly favorite, remember thinking about it. But I haven't been using any other highlight brush. This deposits the highlight so amazing no matter what kind of highlight you're using. This is the Wayne Goss 02, and it's beautiful. It's soft and blends well, deposits highlight, makes it more pigmented. Like, it's just a great brush to use with your highlight, whether it's Bam Your Face highlight or sheer or natural. It's just a beautiful, and I love this brush so much. And I'm sorry that if I keep looking at the LCD screen, because it's more up instead of the side, and I'm trying to look, you know, there, so sorry. And let's talk about highlighters. I don't remember if I talked about this shade last year again, but I've been using it and I can't find. I have it in a single compact and it is so hit pan, like it's almost gone. I don't know where it is, so I'm just gonna show it in the Natasha Denona Sculpt and Glow palette, and it is the natural highlight in 1. It's just a lovely natural highlight, and I love this so much. Gorgeous. It's a very natural glow. It's probably the most natural, subtle highlight that I wear. Yeah, and it lasts all day. Okay. I raved about this so much. I think this product was probably in everyone's favorites videos through the months, especially in the early 2017. And it's the collaboration with Pixie, with Aspen, Ovard, and Pixie, and this powder is London Leicester. I used this so much, and then I fell in love with another highlight, which I'll be talking about in a moment. Again, it's a very just subtle highlight, but you can build it up to be bam. The texture is smooth. It's just so beautiful, and I hope this collaboration just continues to grow because Aspen really killed it with Pixie. The next highlighter was a little bit of a late love, but I just kept using it. I keep using it, and it's, I mean, you can't do a makeup favorite video or any makeup video without talking about Fenty Beauty, because that was the biggest thing in 2017 in the makeup world was Fenty Beauty. So I have the Kilowatt highlighter in Lightning Dust and Fire Crystal. I love that you have this subtle highlight side that I like to use on my chin, the bridge of my nose, and then you have this Bam Wow highlight side that I like to use on my cheekbones and sometimes in the corner of my eyes. It's very smooth and it's just beautiful. You can't really say much about a highlighter other than it's very smooth and it works great on my skin, and I just love it so much. And I hope that she continues to build like the highlight duo family for more deeper complexions and even more fair complexions as well, because everyone, it doesn't matter, you know, your gender or your size or this color, your skin, everyone has loved Fenty Beauty. It's just a perfect line, and I can't wait to see what Rihanna keeps putting out there, Rihanna and her team keeps putting out there in 2018. The last highlighter, I've been wearing it since July. I'm wearing it right now, and it is the, it came out this year. It had to. It's the Ofra Nikkie Tutorials Everglow Highlight. I love the bottom side. I've never used the copper side. I want to for my lids and I just haven't done it yet because I don't know. But I love this one and then I love mixing them together. Beautiful shades. This is the most bam in your face highlight that I have. It is the most pop-in highlight that I have just ever come across. And I don't think I can find one that is as bam in your face as this one. I just love this highlight so much. It's so creamy and smooth. Doesn't really emphasize my pores, and it's just the perfect bam in your face highlight. This was a hyped about product. I was waiting for this product to drop, like, I think for a year when I found out that Urban Decay had copyrighted the name Naked Scorch, and then that turned into the Naked Heat palette. I still use this palette. I used a bit of it today on my eyes in conjunction with 2 other palettes I'll talk about in a moment. It's just a beautiful warm tone. I know warm tone was pretty much what 2017 was in the eyeshadow world. So many warm tone palettes, and then it turned into purple palettes, and that's okay. I love both of those. This is probably my favorite Naked palette. It's right up there with Naked 3. I love the matte. I love the shimmers. It is such a great versatile range from natural daylight time, a natural day look, and then an evening look and smoky eyed. You can do all matte. A palette that kind of took over my love from Naked Heat is the Tarte Toasted palette. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of Tarte, but I love the Tarte Bloom palette. I love the Tarte Pro palette, and now I love this. I use this in conjunction with the Naked Heat palette for my eye look today. Great pigmentation, very smooth. I feel like I don't really need to describe why I love products anymore, because they're in the best of 2017 for me. This is just a great palette. The shimmers are great, the mattes are great and creamy and smooth and blend lovely, and it smells great. And this palette really took me by surprise. I wasn't going to get it, but I bought it on a whim when I was in Disneyland, and I'm so glad I did, because this is obviously one of my favorite palettes now. Even though I only got this palette in October, I've been using it non-stop, and I'm putting it in my 2017 best of, not only because it's a great palette, but because it really surprised me. This is the Desert Dusk palette by Huda Beauty, and last year the rose gold one was in my least favorite. Whether that was yearly, it was definitely monthly, where I didn't really like this palette, but this palette blew me away. Again, it's all like warm tones and purples, which I love purple shadows. It's no wonder why purple is the Pantone color of the year, because purple has definitely taken over in the makeup community, along with warm tones and rose gold. This is just such a beautiful palette. I love the glitter shimmer shades in this. It's still a bit hard to work with, but once you get in the groove, it's great. The mattes are smooth. They blend lovely. I love this palette so much, especially Twilight, if you can't tell. It's my favorite shade in this palette, and this palette really surprised me. The last palette, product, whatever, for my best of 2017 is kind of a new one, and I know it seems like a lot of these have been recent. How can they be favorite of the years? Well, that's just how I am. Because I've been using it non-stop, and if it has taken over a product that I loved so much, then that just speaks for itself. One of my favorite palettes of the year, and that I can't wait to keep on playing with in 2018, is the Morphe Dare to Create palette 39A. I love this palette so much. I questioned if I was going to get it, because I have enough Morphe palettes, you know, the 35O, Jaclyn Hill, the Taupe palette, the 35OS, 35OM, it just goes on and on and on, and I really don't use them. I like the Jaclyn Hill palette, but I haven't used it enough to claim it as a love. I've been using this palette nonstop since it came out as well. I used it as in conjunction with the Tarte one and the Naked Heat, and this is such a great palette. It is, okay, it's not as affordable as most Morphe shadow palettes are, but look how many colors you get. The versatility of this palette. This is great for a beginner. It is great for a pro. The shimmer shades are fantastic. The matte shades are so buttery and blend so well. This, again, it's great for a beginner, and you can really test out and see what kind of shades you love, because it really has everything in here, from these blues and greens and golds and the purples and the burgundies and the browns and the natural colors. A great day to night look. And you know, this is the cheapest palette out of the Naked Heat, the Tarte one, and the Huda Beauty one. So if you're really looking for a great palette that can go from day to night to afternoon to summer, winter, fall, spring, this is the palette. I love it so much, and that's why I really wanted to shout it out, because I feel like even though it's about like $38, it is somewhat affordable, at least compared to the higher end products, and you get so much more shades in this, and it's a great buy. Alright, loves, so those were my loves favorite products for 2017. We're done. I'm ready to say goodbye to 2017 and hello to 2018, and just go out and attack it. And I really hope to continue to do more YouTube videos in 2018 and have my audience grow and just have myself grow as a person. And thank you so much for watching. Please leave comments for video suggestions of what you would like to see in 2018. I'll probably have some more videos coming up. I would love to put up my goals for 2018 and my highlights of 2017, so let me know if that's something you're interested in seeing. And remember to love others, but first and foremost, always love yourself, because you're beautiful no matter what anyone else says. Bye!